from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. We are here inside of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora with someone who is no stranger to the broadcast by any stretch of the imagination, and that is West Genesee Wildcats girls basketball head coach Stafford Spreter, who is here with me today following the Section 3 Class AA championship victory as the team has moved on and will continue to have more life in the postseason this season for girls basketball here in the beautiful state of New York. So we got a lot to get to, a lot to talk about, and happy to have him back on the show. Stafford, how you doing today?
Doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And first and foremost, can you and I both agree that Punxsutawney Phil is a big fat liar and it's going to snow until May 12th? I mean, we know that now.
Yeah, I've learned not to trust that guy a long time ago, and especially when we're living up here.
Yeah, I don't think that what he says in Pennsylvania has any weight in the state of New York. I think that's how it is.
No, especially with Lake Ontario sitting right next to us.
Yeah, they have Punxsutawney Phil. We have, I don't know, Syracuse Steve, and Syracuse Steve is he's still hiding. He's still hibernating at this point. So I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to change at all. But outside of it being cold outside, you've been heating it up inside, and just what you could say about. I mean, you and I have spoken during the season. We had an event, earlier on at the Wildcat, as we always do, and talking about this year's team and what they had, and just what you were excited about from the beginning of the season to this season. What have you seen from this team?
A lot of good blue collar work ethic, a lot of consistency, a lot of focus. We got seven seniors. We start off with 15 kids on our roster. Now we pull up 3 kids from JV, so now we've got 18. And they're a group of kids that really like hanging out with each other. They love each other, and really hard workers, and they really progressed. We had a great year, been really consistent, and excited to see what we can do this weekend.
Going back to the Section 3 Class AA championship, just what you can say about that game and what your team was able to do. I mean, this is tremendous. What West Genesee girls basketball has become has been something truly amazing and remarkable, and something that I know that obviously you and the staff are enjoying, and I mean the team is enjoying and whatnot. Just what you could say about where this team is at historically, and just what you could say about West Genesee basketball on the girls' side.
Yeah, we've definitely grown as a program over the last few years, and we've won the last 3 sectional championships. And I think really what it comes down to is kids just having a culture of being together, caring about one another, working hard for one another, facing adversity, and persisting through the things that we need to get over. And we all got to improve, and I think we've all been real humble this year. We've all really looked to improve, and everyone's been really coachable and been consistent. The energy and practice in our gyms is our gym's a great place to be on a consistent basis, whether it's at summer camp or in open gyms in the fall. Beginning of the season or right now. I mean, our gym's a really, really good place to be. It's got a good vibe. And I think that's really what makes all the difference is the culture that these kids have created.
Speaking here with Stafford Spreter, head coach of the West Genesee Wildcats girls basketball team. Stafford, this season the team, had a very, very minimal amount, but had a few losses here. What did the losses teach you? Against Ursuline as well as Shenandoah and CNS. What did those 3 losses teach the team this season?
That's a great question. Against Ursuline, we learned that we got to defend the entire game. We started off against Ursuline. We were up 16-4, and towards the second half, we just kind of stopped playing good, solid, in-your-face defense. And they came back and won that game. And then against Shen, it was kind of like everything aligned in the world against us. And I'm not making any excuses, and there's no doubt that game was on us. But it was just one of those days where, we played the night before at, I want to say, 9 o'clock. Our game didn't get over till 10:30. We got back to the hotel. We had ice cream. And then when I was doing bed checks, kids still had not, showered. So then there's 4 kids to a room, and the first kid was just getting ready to go to bed. And that was at 11:30, so we had a really, really late bedtime. And then we had to wake up early. We had to play early the next day. And we spent a lot of energy the night before. So we shot 2 for 22 from 3 in that game. We had a terrible warm-up. We just weren't ourselves in that game. And so although they beat us pretty handily, I'm really, really excited to get another shot at them. And then the CNS game just taught us, hey, we just got to be mentally tough, and we got to continue to stay together. When things don't go our way, we still have to keep on working and keep on grinding, and not let a missed shot or playing good defense and the other team scoring despite of your good defense get you down. You got to stay focused, and you got to just continue to do the work that's going to make you to be successful. Worry about the process, not worry about the product. Process is big for us, and ever since we've learned from all 3 of those losses, and we've grown from a basketball standpoint, from a strategic standpoint. We break down those things that have caused us to be unsuccessful in those games, and we really learn from them, really grow from them. So our kids haven't got our heads down in any loss, or haven't taken steps back from losses. When we lose, we step forward. And that's a big part of something that we're trying to teach these kids is, every loss is really a win if you use it the right way.
And like you said, when you lose, you step forward. I think that's a very notable thing to say and kind of pull that out of the conversation. When you lose, you step forward. Just what that says about the mentality of the team. That when this team has lost, you bounce back immediately and won the next game, won a series of games from there, gone on a run. That this is not a team that essentially lets one loss beat them twice.
No, absolutely, man. It's if anything, it puts a couple more logs on the fire, gets you refocused, brings you back down to earth, lets you know that, hey, you're not God's gift to anything. You gotta continuously work and grind. There's nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to work for it. And if you when you get those losses, it's nice to get remotivated. I've never. It stinks when you lose, but only good can come from it if you are in the right mindset and you're ready to move forward. I think that's a big key is, hey, man, just because we're knocked down, that doesn't mean we're going backwards. We're gonna move forward we're gonna learn from this and grow from it. I think that's a big key for these kids to take on in life is just, hey, something's going to happen in your life that's not going to be good for you, and you're going to feel really bad about it. It's going to hurt real bad. But at the end of the day, you learn from it, and you come out the other end a better person.
That coming from Stafford Spreter, the West Genesee girls basketball head coach. You're going to learn from it, you're going to become a better person, and you're going to move forward. Moving forward into, and I want to go back to the Dome, CNS is known historically as the team. Eric Smith and what he's put together and the players that have come through there and the level of talent that they've had. You took that loss that we spoke about to CNS, and then you met them again in the Carrier Dome, and you won 62-48, and you were able to hoist that banner once again. Just what you can say about this West Genesee CNS rivalry, because CNS girls basketball, that has been kind of the this is the team, this is the best, this is what you're going to see, this is the one you got to get through, and you've been able to get through them, and even if you lose to them during the regular season, you're able to best them, and you bested them in this situation in the winner go home type of scenario. Just what you can say about facing CNS again and getting the best of them this time.
Yeah, they're a really, really well-coached team. Those kids are hard workers, and they've come a long way. They've had their same core team together for the last 3 years, and they've come so far. Those kids have worked so hard, and Eric has really been such a great leader for them and such a great coach to bring them as far as he did. I remember watching their first game 3 years ago, and they had a hard time getting the ball over half court in their first game of the year. And for them, pretty much with those same core kids, to go from not being able to cross half court to being able to beat us during the regular season and then play in the sectional championship game, I think is a big tribute to their program and their work ethic and what those kids and Eric is doing over there. So I've got a ton of respect for them. We have played them the last 4 years in sectionals. The last 2 years in the sectional championship. A year before that, we played them in the quarterfinal game. And then the year before that, our first year together, we played them in the sectional championship. So they're definitely our rival. And in the Dome, our kids really, really worked hard. We had role players step up, and this time of year, you know what you're going to get from your players that score a lot, and then your role players really got to step up, and we had both those things happen. We had our key players. They get most of the shots, did what they needed to do, and our role players stepped up and did what they needed to do, and hit timely shots. And it was a really, really good game. It was a game I thought our defense was solid, and I thought our offense was just as solid. So really, really happy with what our kids did. First quarter, Mackenzie Smith played a really big role in keeping us in the game in the first quarter. She made some really big shots. We had a role player right in the first quarter when they had like a 4 or 6 point lead, hit a big jump shot at a key moment. And when one role player does that, it builds confidence in all your other role players. And we had some players. We had one player, Alicia Katzman, that knocked down 5 threes in that game. That was just huge for us. She hit some timely threes too. CNS, we had a little lead there, and CNS brought it back and had us down to a 9 point lead. And Kenzie drove, kicked it back out to Alicia. She knocked it down, so our lead went to 12. We got a stop, came back down. Alicia hit another 3. Katie Cunningham hit her with a pass. She hit another 3. So now we're back up to 15. They came down, they scored. We came back, we missed, but they got the rebound. And Maddie Smith made a great defensive play to go get a steal. And Katie Cunningham got a little layup for us. And all that really was, all that scoring that we did was really because our defense put us in position. And, Caitlin Walker down there in the post was an absolute beast. She had a tall task of guarding Jessica Cook, who's one of the best post players we've had in our section in a long time. And she really did a great job denying her the ball. And when Tara Osterdale got in the game, she did the same thing. So really total team effort. And there's nothing like playing on that dome court. Holy cow, where you go watch so many Syracuse games. You watch big-time college basketball there, and you as a fan have been there for so many years. Since a little kid, I've been going to the dome watching SU play. And same with all the kids on our team. And for them to be able to go play on that court and win a sectional championship on that court, that's really special. And, do it two years in a row is great. So we're pretty happy with that, man. That was a good night.
Speaking here with Stafford Spreter, West Genesee girls basketball head coach, following their third straight Section 3 Class AA championship. And like you said, in describing that game and what CNS has become and being your rival and whatnot, 3 straight, Stafford. I mean, like you said, you've faced them 4 times. You have won 3 straight Section 3 Class AA championships here. You've had a lot of success in the short amount of time that you've been at West Genesee. Just what the culture is now at West Genesee. I mean, West Genesee is now, as I'm growing up, they're known for lacrosse, and, I always heard about lacrosse. And then you see the football team get better, and you see, what Fred Kent's doing with the boys basketball team. You see what you're doing with the girls basketball team. Just where this program is. Where is West Genesee girls basketball in your mind? 3 straight Section 3 Class AA championships. CNS is that team that, historically people want to talk about, but you're the team that is winning these games most recently. You're the team that is moving on and trying to win states and whatnot. Where is West Genesee girls basketball in your mind?
Well, I just hope that our kids are having a good experience. That's really what it comes down to. These kids are all in high school, so my coaching friend Kevin Brazell told me, it's really all about these kids having a great high school experience. So we want this, being a part of the basketball program, we want this to be one of the best experiences that these kids have in their high school lives. So when they look back and when they're in college, when they're raising their kids, whether it's here or, somewhere else, we want our girls to remember their high school experiences as the basketball experience being one of the best parts of that. And the kids are the ones that make it happen. The kids are the ones that make our gym such a great place to be, with great energy, great enthusiasm. The kids are the ones that organize all the different team functions that they do outside of basketball, whether it's a team dinner, going to play laser tag. They do lots of team breakfasts over at Nestico's. The kids are always getting together, and they organize that by themselves. And, they got a great group of parents that are so supportive of them. And it's really it's really a whole team, all the kids, all the parents, all the community. It's really everybody chipping in to make this program what it is. And we got we've been blessed with some talented players that have played well in times that they needed to play well in these big games. So as far as where we are right now, this is where we want to be. We want to be the team that works their tails off in practice, has a great time doing it, and that when the games come, they're the best versions of themselves, and they're confident in themselves. And I think that that's what we have right now. So really, really happy with where we are, and we got a good group of young players coming up. So it's not, our focus really isn't winning all these sectional championships. That's our goal. That's our goal, no doubt about it. The end product is that we want to win sectional championships. We'd love to win a state championship. But the real issue here is on a daily basis, the energy that you give, the focus that you have, and that you're all in it for your teammates. And that's, at the end of the day, is the most important thing. What's going to make your high school experience great is loving your teammates, working your tail off, and learning some things along the way that are going to help you to become a better person. And that's what we're all about. So whether we're winning sectional championships or not, as long as we're doing that and our kids are having a great experience, becoming better people and working their tails off, then that's exactly where we want our program to be.
And like you said, bringing this team together, that it's, you want to win states and you want to win sectionals, you want to do all this, but it's about the experience, and it's about the team coming together, and it's about the culture that they have and playing for each other. In order to play for each other, to know each other and appreciate each other and be friends and have that genuine care off the court for each other. When they're doing this, when they're calling each other up, saying, hey, let's all get together, let's do this, let's go bowling, let's go get some food. When you kind of, because we've talked about it before, the team's talked about it before, it's almost like you get to kind of just sit back and watch them create this together. And obviously you're coaching and you're going through practice and you're scheming and you're doing different things, but you have the benefit of having what it seems to be really, really great young women that you can just kind of sit back and watch and say, oh, they're doing it on their own.
Absolutely, man. That's what it's all about. When you have to kind of foster those things yourself, it's not genuine. You know what I mean? And when they do it on their own, that's what it's all about. It just makes me really happy. It makes me really proud. And, they're good people, man. They're really good people, good kids from good families. And, very, very proud to see them do those things on their own. It makes me really happy when I hear that they're going out and doing laser tag. And, they've done so many things on their own they don't even tell me about, that I don't even know about. Just sometimes I'll find out that they're going to laser tag, or I'll find out that they're going to Nestico's in the morning, So couldn't be more blessed as a coach to have these girls to work with for, 4 or 5 months in the middle of the winter. It gets me through the winter, these kids.
And I guess somebody's making buffalo wing dip, because I know that the team needs that as well.
That's Maddie Smith's deal, man. It's like her gas, or it's like her gasoline to her engine. You know what I mean? She needs that buffalo wing dip to keep her going. In fact, we keep some of it behind our bench just in case she's not feeling it.
I was gonna say,
no spoons, nothing. She just dives right in with her fingers and grabs a big handful, throws it in there.
Yeah,
right back out there.
I was gonna, and see, I'm not a buffalo wing dip person, so I definitely, if anybody makes it for me, just shift it right over to her and make sure that she has what she needs.
That's right, man. Yeah, she loves the variety too. So, She likes unique recipes. She likes to be surprised every once in a while. So be creative.
Absolutely. Well, before I let you go here, en route to that championship game against CNS, you had Corcoran and Liverpool. Just what you could say about the level of talent that has come through Section 3 Class AA. Obviously, CNS, Rome Free, Nottingham, FM, Liverpool, Beeville, Corcoran, and you guys were all inside of this tournament. And you faced off against Corcoran, Liverpool, and CNS. What did you take away from the Corcoran and Liverpool games in round 1 and round 2 of this Section 3 Class AA tournament?
Corcoran's got some really good guards that really challenge it. They can shoot it, they can drive it. They're really, and when they drive it, they can also cross you over between the legs, behind the back. They can shoot it from the volleyball line. They can really make you look silly. So we really had to prepare guarding good guards when we were playing against Corcoran, and they also ran the flex, which is what Shen runs. So that prepped us for that. And Corcoran's got some young kids, so they're going to be really good in the future here. Liverpool, they had some really good guards with a solid post player inside. So very similar challenges there, and they did some different things to try to shut down some of our players that score a lot. So that got us ready for CNS, and CNS runs a very similar offense to what Shen runs. We play Shen on Saturday, 5:30 at OCC, and so all these different things that we've seen throughout the year are getting us ready for today, Saturday. So we got a very good league, very good players in our league, very good coaches in our league, and excited to see how it moves forward. I know Liverpool and Corcoran are both going to be a lot better next year because they got their key players coming back.
And as you said, facing off against Section 2 champion Shenandoah at 5:30 p.m. this Saturday over at the SRC Arena. Thoughts on what this team is today as opposed to what it was back on December 28th when you faced off against Shenandoah. They're the Section 2 champion. You're the Section 3 champion. Like you said, you've got to see them this season, so you have the benefit of having played them already and the benefit of what you just described with, playing teams that have similarities and can kind of show you a little bit of what they show you. What can you say about how different your team is to the team that met Shenandoah at Shenandoah on December 28th of last year?
Well, they humbled us, so they've made us humble. And we're hungry. We're hungry to get another opportunity to play them. So, this is a different team. We know that we got to come out there and play. We're doing some things. Some things we're doing similar, but we've made some adjustments since then. So, we're ready to go. We'll be ready for them. We're excited to play them. We're excited that we don't have to ride a bus for 3 hours to go play them either. That'll be nice that we can just wake up in the morning, go over to our gym, do a little walkthrough, 11:30, go back home, get some lunch, and be ready to rock and roll. I'm excited. Kids are excited, and we're going to play our best basketball, give it our best shot, and see what happens.
And you have a final piece here. You're going to have, because of a time switch at the SRC Arena this Saturday, and tickets for everybody that wants to get some tickets, which you should. Tickets are $8. This Saturday, March 9th, they did a little schedule shift where at 3:45 p.m. the Class AA boys final between Section 3 champ West Genesee and Fred Kent's team and Saratoga of Section 2 will be going on at 3:45, and you're at 5:30 up against Shenandoah of Section 2. So they moved around the schedule so that West Genesee could have a doubleheader so fans didn't have to leave and come back or sit and wait and whatnot. What do you think about the fact that not only are you playing for the right to go to the state Final Four, but so is the boys team, and you and Fred get to back-to-back this thing and play up against each other in a doubleheader inside of the playoffs happening at SRC Arena this weekend?
Hey, man, that's great. I'm so happy for those boys. I'm so happy for Coach Ken, all the other coaches there, and it was really cool. We went to the Dome. We watched them take down Utica Notre Dame, and the kids got the little dog pile out there in the middle of the court. Very happy for them. So, hey, man, this is pretty cool. We get to go play together in regionals, same spot, back-to-back, and looking forward to seeing all of West Genesee come out. it's gonna be special. Really, that crowd's gonna lift us up, and it's gonna be fun to play for them.
That coming from Stafford Spreter once again. Stafford, thank you for all that you've done here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Thank you for your support, and as you know, I will be out there on Saturday watching this doubleheader and seeing West Genesee boys basketball and then girls basketball as you both get set for the opportunity of being in the state Final Four. I'm looking forward to it, and thank you for everything as always.
Dan, thank you so much for having me, man. You do a great job. You do a great job with your show. You do a great job covering us. Good luck to you, man, and hopefully we can bring something home here for the community.
Absolutely, and I definitely appreciate it. And hopefully, no matter what happens outside, you can heat up the gym because I need to stay warm right now. It's all that matters.
All right, man. I'll tell those shooters to get ready.
All right, yeah. Tell Alicia that she's got to do her thing again.
Oh, yeah, man. She's ready, buddy. She's ready. We got a happy bear. They're all ready to shoot that rock, man.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk with you soon.
Talk to you, man. Later.